y'all, it's Sarah. I'm back with another Calculus 1 video tutorial. So this is going to be continuing the pre-calculus review. We're going over my system for how to memorize the unit circle. Basically, when I was in high school, we had to do these quizzes where we weren't allowed to use an eraser, and the teacher would read out like sign of whatever every 10 seconds. And we had to just write it down, and we couldn't, like, unless you memorized it all, you had no time to go back. So yeah, 10 seconds per question, and you had to do it all in your head. So I had to get very, very good at this. So I'm going to show you all my system. So, oh, I forgot to write these ones too. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do for pi over 6, pi over 4, and pi over 3 is just that for sine and cosine, everything's going to be over 2. So like when I was in calculus taking a test, I would scribble this down in the corner of my scratch paper and just reference it constantly. And basically what you're going to want to do is just count up 1, 2, 3. And then for cosine, you count down 3, 2, 1. And then we square root the numerators. So square root of 1 is just 1. And then square root of 2, square root of 3, then square root of 3, square root of 2, and just 1. And then for tangent, it's just sine over cosine. So we just divide. 1 over square root of 3, that simplifies down to root 3 over 3. And then that's the same, so it divides down to 1, and then root 3 over 1 is just root 3. You could ignore the over 2's because we have the same denominator. And then over on this other side, it's just a pattern. 0, 1, 0, negative 1. 1, 0, negative 1, 0. And then we divide. So 0 over 1 is 0. 1 divided by 0 is undefined because we can't divide by 0. And then 0, undefined. So that's the system for just the basic reference angles. And then when you have something that isn't just, either on one of the axes or in the first quadrant, you have to know where sine, cosine, and tangent are negative and positive, right? So for that, you just have to remember all students take calculus, okay? All students take calculus. And so the A stands for all. Sine, cosine, and tangent, all of them are going to be positive in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, sine is positive, and then tangent and cosine are negative. Third quadrant, tangent is positive, others are negative. Fourth quadrant, cosine is positive, others are negative. So if I give you, say, sine of 5 pi over 4, our first step is to think, okay, so reference angle is going to be pi over 4. Sine of pi over 4, based on our chart, is root 2 over 2. And then we think about the sine. 5 pi over 4, okay, 5/4 is just like 1/4 more than 1. So, and we think of like the pi here as 1 in the context of these fractions. So we're here, right? We're in the third quadrant where only tangent is positive. So sine's negative, right? And basically, any problem that you're given that involves like a trig angle, you should be able to do it with this chart and then this system over here. So it's a pretty powerful tool. And yeah, if you get quick with this, calculus is going to be so much easier. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.